So you bought a new camera and you're using that kit lens and you're thinking about upgrading that thing because it just isn't producing what you thought it would produce. And you paid a lot of money for that camera and you're wondering why you're not getting the images or the video that you want to get. Well, the problem might be that kit lens that you bought with that camera. A good lens can set a camera free and really open up its capabilities. I've bought many of used lenses off of eBay. I think I've bought 2 or 3 new lenses, which would be the Sigma 85 for Canon, the 35mm for Canon, and the Nifty 50 for Canon. But most of the time, if I'm thinking about buying a Sigma lens or something like that, I'm gonna go on eBay, and so far, knock on wood, it's come out pretty good. Even the lens you're watching me through right now is a Sigma 16mm on my Sony ZV-E10, and it's used as can be. I had to clean it up. It had all kinds of white stuff on the focus ring, and I had to get all that off there, but it works perfectly. And it was the cheapest one I could get on there, and I figured it was the cheapest one because it looked pretty bad, and so he sold it pretty cheap. Yeah, if you get a good used lens off of eBay, B&H, KEH, even Facebook Marketplace, you can get a good lens, but on places like Facebook Marketplace, or if you can meet in person, be very careful with those because I trust them the least amount. There's no reviews, no recommendations of that person, so I'm a little wary of those kind of sales. I mean, you have a choice. You can go and you can buy a $2,000 lens, or you could buy an L series from Canon. You could buy an art lens from Sigma. You want to look for a lens that at its time was one of the best lenses you could get, and it's just been filtered out through the years by other lenses replacing it and stuff like that. But that lens is still hella good and can get you where you want to go. And the big thing is people buy brand new cameras and they think that they're gonna have this wonderful device and they're using the kit lens and stuff like that. And I've been through it in the past. The worst thing you can do is be using the kit lens and being frustrated on why you can't get what you want. You need a lens that'll go down to like a 1.4 or 1.8. Hey, 1.4 or below, I'm happy with, I'm in love with. 1.8, I'm so. Anything above 2, I'm not a big fan of. I usually use primes because I'm trying to get a certain look out of my work, and usually that's blasting out the background and so forth. What I'm trying to do is have a lens that'll be artistic, not just take a snapshot. I mean, you can practically do that with your phone. So that's all I got to say about that. Hopefully that'll help some of y'all. I've done reviews on individual lenses before and it doesn't really catch on, so I'm basically just talking to a person who is pretty much a novice, just getting into photography and wondering why their brand new camera isn't giving them what they want. It might not be the idea of sending the camera back, but purchasing a lens that'll get you into the game. That's about all I got on that one, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.